Judging by today's Love Island All-Stars first look, it looks like it's gang up on a couple day. And who should they choose but, of course, Chris and Joanna.
Paul has the least sexual chemistry.
That's the sting of that. We've gone for Chris and Jo, purely just because when we see you guys, it just always seems to be a big joke, and I know that's a massive part of your personalities, but again, just not seen that sort of display of affection with either of you.
This all seemed to start in last night's episode, where Joanna admitted that she'd kind of had enough of Chris's personality. She doesn't really like his jokey, humorous personality.
Each couple is the most one-sided.
Probably the easiest one, isn't it?
Chris and Joanna.
Obviously, Joanna's expressed that she's not feeling the same way.
The fact that I'm exploring something else doesn't mean that we didn't have sexual chemistry, that we didn't have anything like that.
I can't help but feel sorry for Chris here, because that's just the way he is. If he likes to joke, make jokes, lark around, then that's the way he is, and if you don't like it, then yes, I guess you probably shouldn't have him as your partner. But I also think, certainly with a lot of people who like to lark and joke around, behind closed doors, they're not like that all the time. And I'm wondering whether Joanna just doesn't have a sense of humour. But then I could be wrong about that, and that might be a mean thing to say. I'm sure she's utterly hilarious when she's not filming and they take a break, etc., etc.
If you wanted to defend about the sexual chemistry, you should have said it then.
We're allowed a bit of time to think about how we feel about things.
Yeah, chill out. Get out.
I did see some people on social media saying, well, Chris is getting calmer now for the way he treated Arabella. And let's be honest, Chris has gone around the villa and done stuff with most of the girls there. He was the fastest mover and seems to fall in love the quickest. So, yes, you could say it's calmer. At the same time, I do think attacking him personally is just getting a bit old. He is who he is. Let him be. And we don't need to make a big thing of it. If you don't like him, you don't like him. Let's move on and let's just deal with it. I don't understand what the problem is. Having said all that, I'm not really sure that Joanna and Chris are going to be able to do much moving on, because according to Closer Mag, or however you want to pronounce it, Closer or Closer, they are saying that on tonight's episode, they're predicting anyway that there'll be a dumping, i.e. we see Maya Jama arrive, we see the fact that they've said who they think the least of this and least of that couple is, and a couple will be dumped. If a couple is dumped, I would be very surprised if it's not Chris and Joanna, because they seem to be the weakest couple right now. Failing that, I would probably go for Toby and Georgia Steele, but purely because, you know, I don't think the public like them very much. But it's not a public vote, is it? I think the other couples will have to vote, and I think Chris and Joanna will probably get booted off the island tonight. That is my prediction. Because I won't actually be watching Love Island All-Stars tonight, sadly, guys. I know, calm down. Because I have to go and do a show in Fleet, and that's the way it is. So I will be in Fleet and probably catch up with Love Island tomorrow. Unless the show tonight is cancelled, in which case I will be doing videos. How about that? Now, what about Marcel? Well, Marcel has appeared on The Sun Showbiz to talk about why he thinks KAZ was not properly treated, for lack of a better term, on Love Island All-Stars.
Do you know what? I feel like, obviously, like if you remember my season of Love Island, I was like the first fully black male to be on the show, and I think my experience on that show was a bit like, wow, like there's no one in it for me, and then like I kind of managed to navigate myself through it. But I think as the seasons have gone on, they have started making them a lot more diverse and all that kind of stuff. But I think with the All-Star season, for some reason, they obviously put KAZ in, and I think they put KAZ in, Tyler's mixed race, Toby's mixed race.
Toby, yeah.
And
it's bad that we can't even think.
Yeah, Lewis is mixed race, but obviously like Lewis and Toby's types aren't necessarily going to be KAZ, and I think KAZ's type might obviously not be Lewis and Toby. So I think there hasn't been. I don't think there's actually been a fully black male that's been put into the villa, like, so, because like there's Ovi, there's obviously I'm married, there's Ovi, there's Tyler,
you can't go in and just have a little summer or a January, February kind of fling, can you?
I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. But I think there were people that I'm seeing, but they've not been introduced into the villa, and I think that's possibly been the issue.
Now, props to Marcel there for saying what I think a lot of us were thinking. I think even the presenters of Sun Showbiz did think Why did they not provide anyone for her? And why has Love Island All Stars been so low when it comes to diversity? But it is what it is, and we're nearing the end of the first season now, so perhaps if it does come back, they'll reconsider all that. I don't know if it will come back, to be honest. I don't really see the point of it coming back, because if the ratings are as low as they were for Winter Love Island, why not just have Winter Love Island? It's actually cheaper to make the Love Island All Stars, believe it or not, because they don't have to pay the new Islanders as much as they do the old Islanders. So maybe they'll do that, or maybe they'll just not bother. But we'll see. Nevertheless, I do think more diversity would have been better, because now I think about it, I think, look how everyone's coupled up now, everyone's been provided with someone, and all we had for KAZ was Tyler, and that wasn't really good enough. I know there was a spark perhaps between her and Toby, but Toby's off in the clouds with Georgia, and there might have been something with Anton, but yeah. I don't want to say anything really about Anton because I don't want to be sued for libel, but there's something about him that doesn't sit right with me, and I just think Georgia Harrison and Anton, I'm not buying it, and I don't really buy Anton with anyone in the villa, to be honest with you. There's just something up there. I'm just, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you again later.
Sent no one in. I don't feel like there was an all-star made for it. So basically, like what I think has been the real issue, I think the producers have got they've got this massive bucket of of ex-contestants that they could put in, and I feel like where they wanted to put KAZ in because she's got a great personality, they haven't. I would have thought they would have had like 3 or 4 people that were KAZ's type lined up, ready to drop in when the time was right. But I think they have opted for everyone else's type.